Mind Over Number with your coach Karanda, intuitive numerologist, getting ready for a Life Path 6 reading. And over here, we always give thanks to my Divine Mother, Father God, for helping me interpret all these messages in the way they are meant to be received. So any negatively oriented beings or entities from at this time, you got to go. You just got to go, get some popcorn, pull up a chair, enjoy the show. If you don't know how to calculate your life path number, just add the single digits of your birth year to your birth month and your birthday. If you did those calculations and received the double digits of 11, 22, 33, or 44, then you are a master number, which does not get reduced. But any other double digit, you just add together until you got a single number to indicate your life path. Your life path is what your soul signed up to learn this lifetime. It's also important when it comes to your choices in career. So if you ever want a full numerology chart reading or need a walkthrough on how to figure out your life path number, my information is in the description box below the video. Now, Life Path 6, let's talk about you. You are known as the caregiver, okay? Because you are all about being of service to others in some shape or form. And the careers you can typically be found in have to deal with teaching or some form of social work or community service. You are very nurturing and responsible, and fields in healthcare as well suit you. Anything that allows you to take care of other people. So the struggles with this life path is a tendency to be overly responsible, taking on other people's burdens, and not saying no and setting the proper boundaries when they need to be placed. So you can also face some issues with being critical of yourself and other people. That overbearing mother, or the domineering dad, Those are the shadow aspects of Life Path 6. Your strengths lie in being a more supportive role. So you strive for balance and peace in your surroundings, whether that be home or work. And you enjoy helping others and making a positive impact. All right, that is Life Path 6. I'm ready. So let's get set and let's go with the energy of this reading. 9 3/4. I don't know why I say it like that. It's fun. This is a Harry Potter die. Team Slytherin. Yes, Team Slytherin. Now, when we fall upon a platform of 9 3/4, it means that we have discovered something about ourselves that is greater than we realize, and we're getting ready to step into some unknown territory in order to gain the skills and knowledge to become that powerful witch or wizard that we know we are. Okay, so take that how you see fit. I will go ahead and get 9 cubes out of my Zodiac bag to help give confirmation for this reading. How many is that? 7? Alright, 2 more. Uno más. There we go. Ooh, well, another one fell out. Sneaky, sneaky. But everything always happens for a reason. So always take what resonates for you, leave what does not. This can resonate at any point in time and space, just whenever you get the message. So we have Aquarius, Gemini, and Taurus falling out here. These could be your signs or someone you are dealing with. We have the time frames of March 21st through April 19th, July 23rd through August 22nd, and October 23rd through November 22nd. So those could be significant times in space or the time frame of your birthday or someone you are dealing with. Take it to fit your situation. We also have double earth energy, the fish, and the crab. So again, this is definitely us starting some new beginning, fresh start when it comes to our career or some form of partnership with this double earth energy. Big changes when it comes to our physical plane. As we have outgrown a situation, we're leaving behind things that no longer fit us, no longer suit us, in order to have a new start. The fish could also represent fertility and intuition. So perhaps we are opening more when it comes to our intuitive gifts. All right, with that, platform 9 3/4. Now, as a reminder, the past is just a bunch of memories, and the future is always determined on what you do right now. Right now, the eternal now, the big now, everything is happening right now. See, I'm talking to you in the past and the future. Yay. Now, let's see. What is the energy for this reading? What space are my sixes in for this message? We got a ring. Okay, somebody about to put a ring on it. Because they liked it and they want to buy it. The number 25 could be significant. The 25th day of any month, which breaks down to a 7. So the 7th month could also be significant. You could be dealing with someone at the age of 25. You could be 25 dealing with someone at the age of 7, or know someone of those ages. With this breaking down to a 7 energy, that is a energy of spirit and knowledge and insight. The 5 working with the 2 is giving me some form of change in a partnership, or perhaps someone is traveling to find a way to make a decision. With this ring energy, we also have a ace of clubs, and clubs are all about luck, right? Passions, desires. So a new spark, a new beginning here. The ring itself talks about some form of alliance or cooperation, joining of 2 individual things. Receiving some form of long-awaited news, like a proposal, wanting to move things to the next level, some form of new obligation as well within a partnership, because once you move things to the next level, whether that be a relationship, marriage, family, additional little people, that is a new obligation. When it comes to work, this card speaks about some form of long-awaited results. We've invested a lot of time, and now we are ready to move into that next stage, is what I'm getting with this ring energy. Let's get the tarot. Let's see what is the message for my 6s at this time with this ring energy. Okay, home card for the present space. We have a 10 of Wands. What led up to this 10 of Wands? Four of Swords. One card for the future space. Page of Pentacles reverse. One card for both. The Hermit. One card for below. We have a Two of Swords. What's crossing all this energy? Six of Wands. Our attitude towards the situation. King of Swords reverse. Okay. Outside influences here. Emperor reverse. Okay. Hopes or fears regarding the situation. Eight of Pentacles and the outcome. And Chariot reverse. So I feel like we've gone through a period where we've took a lot of time to reflect on what it is that we want in order to move forward into that next phase, that next stage of our lives. Perhaps we've been at a workplace for a long period of time, or perhaps we've been in a relationship, or perhaps we've just been single. And I feel like regardless of whatever commitment that is, we now have a clearer vision of our goals or our futures after going within and seeking that clarity and that enlightenment of who we are and what we want. Now, as we took the time to discover our truth, there are a lot of obligations that we have that we really can't just drop. I feel like in this energy, we have a Hermit here and an Emperor and a Chariot, which is, of course, major arcana, which means, spiritual guidance, divine intervention. Big transformations are at play right now. The Hermit represents Virgo energy. Doesn't have to be a Virgo, but I'm just going to call out the energy here and you take it as it resonates. We have a Page of Pentacles, could represent a child earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, or someone who is behaving childish. We also have a King of Swords reverse, which is a masculine air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We also have the Emperor, which is Aries energy. And we have the Chariot, which is Cancer energy. So these could be your signs or someone you're dealing with. But moving on with this reading here, there's been a lot of competition here and a lot of struggles or tension and stress. And what we're struggling with right now is getting that victory that we want, that celebration with other people. I feel like we've been fighting with other people for so long. It's hard to balance out working with other people because we've possibly been accused of certain things or just had a bunch of envious people behind the scenes that when we finally do receive that victory, it's a struggle to recognize who's really behind us so that we can truly step forward. As in this Six of Wands, I'm looking at, there's two people behind this person on the horse. Now, horses, they are very steadfast creatures. They are of royalty, and it takes a lot of work to be able to ride a horse. But there's only one person on this horse. It's everybody else around them applauding them for this victory, for this long journey, this long battle. And I feel like for us to move forward, we're going to have to turn our back on some few people. A few people here. And just keep our eyes on, the road ahead. Now, there is also difficulties with that, but this is the energy I feel we're struggling with, sixes. While we're in this energy, we now have this Page of Pentacles reverse. And of course, this is, lack of progress. Some form of bad news or communication came through, or we didn't receive a message, or we've been looking at trying to do something for a long time, putting it off, and we're just not getting anywhere with it. Or perhaps all these projects we've been taking on have really been distractions that are keeping us from the progress that we want. As we do have this Eight of Pentacles, I see in our hopes or fears, it's like we keep hoping to, find that one thing. And we're very diligent about it, but I feel like we already know what that thing is. We've just been focusing on the smaller things to distract ourselves from that more pressing issue. And so we are taking this time now to really seek that inner understanding with this Hermit energy. There's a part of ourselves that we really need to find the truth and clarity on. But there's a disconnect here in this underlying energy versus what we're hoping to achieve here. And that's this Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is indecision. This is blocked communication. This is not seeing the truth, but, we got two swords. We'll go in it blind a little bit, but it's a difficult choice we have to make here. And it's like we're being blinded to that decision, and we really need to go within to seek that inner truth and understanding. But we have this King of Swords reversed now with our attitude towards it, and the King of Swords is someone who kind of manipulates the truth a little bit. If this isn't you, this could be another person. The King of Swords reversed is someone who kind of abuses their power. They lack integrity, even though they understand the truth, they understand it to the point where they can make anybody believe what they're saying because they believe what they're saying. And as long as they believe it, they can convince other people to believe it as well. So a part of integrity is always doing the right thing, regardless of what other people say, do, or see. As there is always someone watching us. If it's not someone else, we are watching ourselves because we are the observer. We are not this physical vessel. We are not our thoughts. We are not our feelings. We are the consciousness, the awareness, observing all these actions taking place. So whether or not someone is looking at us shouldn't matter. It's always how we see ourselves. And I think there's some sort of truth that we're not seeing about ourselves that we keep putting off. And it's got something to do with how other people see us as well. You know, people may expect to see us a certain way. And so we could potentially be putting up some sort of false pretense or false mask. But a great leader always knows how to be a follower. A great teacher also must be a student, right? No one knows everything. We are all meant to grow, learn, and share together, as we all are puzzle pieces to the larger puzzle that is Source or the universe. Now, what's affecting this situation right now could be an Aries. Doesn't have to be, just take it as it resonates. But the Emperor reverse represents someone again who is abusing their power. This could be a father figure, someone with some form of authority. This could be a boss. So this need to control or being inflexible is what's keeping us from making that progress, from us moving forward, from us getting out of that stagnation that we feel. It's a need to let go of control of who we think we are, because no matter what label we put on ourselves, we're not those things. You know, energy doesn't have a gender. Energy doesn't have a hair color. Energy doesn't have eyes. It's simply energy. Now, with us not being disciplined and procrastinating, putting things off, the outcome here is this Chariot reverse, which is again delayed progress, not movement. It's not using spirit to guide you. You're trying to physically move a vehicle that does not require you to use your physicality. To drive the chariot, you have to use your mental facilities with your masculine and feminine energy in order to control the subconscious and conscious minds in order to move forward. That is a chariot upright. You know, you have the two sphinxes here, which represents light and dark, you know, consciousness, subconscious. There are no reins. The emperor is controlling this chariot out of that power of the divine, the Of course, the Emperor is balanced in all aspects, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, but they are being led to where they need to go by the universe, by trusting that inner knowing and not relying on outside forces to tell you who you are. You already know who you are. You know which direction you need to go as you are more in aligned with your spirit. But there is a block here in our subconscious mind here. Now the subconscious represents femininity. Our conscious mind represents masculinity, as that is action. Subconscious is receiving. So with this Two of Swords in our underlying energy, there's some form of denial here that's blocking us. That we're not seeing clearly of why we're not able to progress forward. And it's this need to control or some form of self-deception in order to create a perception instead of just accepting things as is. Let's get the Rebel deck to help clarify. Okay. We got you are talented and effing amazing, and you're the ish. But why I flipped out reverse sixes? Okay, see what I mean? It's like we forgot how amazing we are. That we don't have to prove ourselves because our energy should always speak for itself. Now on the other side of this, it says the world needs your power. Use your voice. Just don't use it for dumb-ish. So I feel like we have this understanding that we do need to speak up, we need to use our voice, but we also need to use it in a more precise way. We're not able to speak a truth if we're not speaking our truth, if we're not being authentic on ourselves. And so when we speak, we could possibly be saying words that are dismissive or make others feel less that we're not aware of. We could just be shutting things down. We could just be blocking instead of feeling that pain and hurt, as the Two of Swords is just block communication, right? This is not speaking. I'm done. And when we shut down those triggers, they just bubble up in other areas. We also have you look like an issue. Okay, you're a hot mess. Fact, clean yourself up. Alright, so again, this is giving me a need to clean ourselves up, perhaps change the way that we communicate with this King of Swords coming out reverse. If we're feeling defensive or feeling attacked, it's typically a trigger response or us touching on some sort of fear that we have in the back of our mind. But people who trigger us are ultimately just showing us parts of ourselves that we need to heal. And I feel like in a way we could be fearing our own success because of the people that we possibly have to leave behind. With this 8 of Pentacles and our hopes or fears, our hopes or fears are always closely related. Because that which we hope may also be what we fear. And so it will fail to happen. And so with the 8 of Pentacles, this is us working diligently, hard work, dedication, practicing something in order to master it. And we could be fearing taking some form of practice in order to gain that skill. But okay, I apologize, 6. I had to go get my door. So maybe you could be expecting someone, or someone could just show up on you unexpectedly. I don't know. Take it as resonates, but I'm going to go ahead and get an I am message out for you and in this reading. We have a 7. Again, that's 7. That's spiritual introspection, gaining clarity and knowledge. I'm a creator. Is what's on the card. Everything around me began as a thought. My clothes, my home, and even the roads I drive on were once just thoughts. When I take the time to contemplate my surroundings, I grasp all the thoughts that took place to create the world. Likewise, my thoughts have created things. My thoughts create my actions, and thereby create my life as I know it. Therefore, I strive to think about my desires optimistically. I am a creator. So there's a big call here to be more mindful of our thoughts, as our thoughts do create our reality. And everything manifested as a thought. Whoever decided to create this desk, it started off as a thought. Whoever decided to create my phone, it started off as a thought. And from one thought creates our physical space. Everything starts off in our mind. So this is why mindfulness is very important, because our thoughts manifest our actions, and we have to be accountable for our thoughts that create the actions, whether positive or negative. So it's always best to think about your desires in a more optimistic way, as you are a co-creator to the one infinite creator. That's the message I have for you right now, 6s. If that resonated for you, wonderful. If it did not, I apologize. Thank you for joining me, and I love you.